Hi, my bubblies. It's me, Debby Bubbles. Welcome back to my channel and into the walls of our home. Okay, guys, so it is time for another quick and easy meals, which is hosted by the Grace Life DIY Home Decor and Jean Home Decor and more. We are going to make a very quick and easy pot roast. It is going to be semi-homemade. We're going to do pot roast with vegetables and rice. So y'all keep watching. I'm showing you overhead just some of the items we're going to use in this meal. There, for instance, is our green bell pepper. It's turning yellow. You know when they're green, they're actually not ripe yet. But anyway, we have one yellow bell pepper. We are going to use this nifty little thing here that I purchased on Temu a while ago, and I may have used it once before, I think. You just insert the little doodad down into the pepper, and you're going to give it a twist, and it cores it for you. And so you're not going to see me wash the vegetables. This has been washed and put away, although the sticker's still on it. But we're going to remove the sticker and put things in the side over to the colander and wash them here in a moment, though. Okay, now I have sitting in the sink next to the colander a discard container, just so it's handy, so I can just kind of slide over or toss over the items as I go that I do not need for the preparation of this meal. So I'm going ahead and doing just a pretty rustic chop of the bell pepper. And I think you probably saw we have some celery we're going to be working with, some baby carrots, some red potatoes, and onion. And I did a haul not too long ago, and I had a couple of prepackaged items. You're going to see those here in a bit because, again, like I said, we are making a semi-homemade pot roast using some store-bought pre-made items as well as some items that I'm chopping and slicing and dicing and doing myself. So I put that bag of carrots inside of that colander along with the bell pepper that we chopped. Here are the baby red potatoes. We're going to go ahead and get a few of those out and basically just have them for the most part. If there are some that are a little too big, I might go ahead and do a quarter of them. But for the most part, we're just going to go ahead and do a half of each of these red potatoes, and we're going to toss those also over into that colander along with the carrots and the yellow or green bell pepper, and we'll wash these things good here in a little bit. So there are those halved red potatoes, and next up we have our Foxy brand celery. So going to discard those little end tips there. We're not going to use the little leafy top either, but we're going to make a few little cuts to the stems here, and then again another rough chop because these are going to be the vegetable portion of our quick and easy pot roast semi-homemade meal here. So y'all, we've got that chopped up. I think we can use at least another stalk of celery. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same with this one, kind of split it down the middle, or close to it. And we're going to do another rough chop. What are y'all making tonight for dinner? This right here, y'all, very quick, very easy, just something I thought of in the midst of ordering things online. And yeah, it's going to turn out really well. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. But this is really quick, easy. It is semi-homemade. I'm sure if you wanted to get a little more simple with it, you could go ahead and buy your onions and your bell peppers pre-chopped for you, as well as the celery. I've seen it in the store that way. The carrots, they were pre-packaged. They're just baby carrots. You can use, I guess if you wanted to, they have the wedges, the carrots in the little coins or what have you. But we're going to use about half of this onion, maybe a little bit more. We'll see as we go. But again, I'm giving a rough chop to the onion just like I did with the celery and bell peppers and the potatoes. So just doing a little rough chop. I can speak, really, I can. Doing a rough chop here. And we're going to put this inside of, not the colander, we're going to put this inside of a pot that's going to have a little bit of butter in it, because we're going to go ahead and saute our onions, just kind of get a little translucent going with them, and then we're going to sweat them. And then we're going to add in the other vegetables here in a little bit, but I want to kind of just let the onions do their thing on the stove top there. We're giving our vegetables a good wash and rinse here, and they will join into that pot with the onions here in just a bit. So there we go. Gonna add in a little bit of salt, not a whole bunch. Also adding in pepper, and at some point I'm gonna come in with that seasoning that I like, the Badia. It is really good. It's kind of just a multi-purpose seasoning that I like, and I use in a lot of things. So I've decided to go back in. Well, that's the salt there, and I'm going back in at some point with a little more black pepper because we love our black pepper. So I've got that going there. It is looking good. That's that Badia multi-purpose season, or complete seasoning is what it says on the bottle. I think I'm going to show that to you there. So this is some good stuff, y'all. It has some salt in it. It's not heavily salted, that is for certain. But it has a nice little amount of seasonings and spices going. So giving that a little stir. There are those vegetables that we have washed up good and let those drain. And we'll be putting those inside of this pot here in just a moment. All right, so in go the veggies. We're gonna give everything a little toss. I'm not trying to cook anything. I just wanted to sweat those onions a little bit and kind of work with the spices to kind of just get the aromatics to flowing so that we can have the scent and the taste and all that great stuff. Again, I'm going back in with a little more black pepper here. And when I feel that that is sufficient, we're going to go ahead and take that off the stove top. And next am going to work with the main part of our semi-homemade meal, which is this beef roast. I picked up 2 of these at Walmart the other week. And I just figured, you know what? My husband wanted pot roast. He asked that I make pot roast for one of the meals during this time that he was often at home with me. And I decided that I wanted to try doing something faster. It's hot. I didn't want to do a whole bunch of anything, and I love cooking, but I just wanted to try something out, and I figured I'd try something that would be quick and easy that I could share with you guys. So I have 2 of these already fully cooked, pre-cooked pot roast dinners here, beef roast. And so I'm dumping those inside of a metal, or a full pan that is disposable, because we're not going to have a bunch of cleanup today. I'm trying to spend time with my husband. He's been out of town on business for a little bit, and he's home, and I want to spend time with him instead of just in the kitchen. So I've gotten the roast inside of this pan, and we're going to do a little bit of kind of chopping of the meat. Not a whole bunch, but I wanted to kind of break it up a little bit. And then in go those vegetables that we had on the stove top there. The next thing that we're going to do, once we get this all kind of distributed nicely in there, we're going to cover it with some foil and put it in the oven at 350 and set it and forget it. Now, I probably left it in the oven for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, y'all. I don't know, because I don't time anything. I just know when stuff is ready. So while that was cooking, I went watched some TV and movies and things that my husband did, whatever we did, okay? And now it is time to complete that meal. So I'm running some water into a pot there, and we're going to do some of this 10-minute success rice, because nope, didn't feel like just trying to stick around boiling rice and all that. So we had that ready to go, par cooked success rice. We got it on the stove top, got it boiling good. We pulled our doesn't it smell good? Pulled our pot roast out of the oven. Look at that nice au jus that we have there. That is looking and smelling so good. Y'all should be here for this homemade meal. This is going to be delicious. So let's check on that rice that we have on the stovetop. It's ready. We've drained it. We've added in some butter, a little bit of salt. Our roast is ready to go. So we're going to serve up a bowl full of this deliciousness and have a good taste of it. So here's a nice helping of rice in that bowl, and let's spoon in, ladle in a nice helping of that roast, that beef roast with those vegetables. My husband didn't even know, y'all. He didn't know that I spend all day, over the stove. He didn't say anything anyway. So it was delicious, is what he said. He enjoyed it. He had seconds. And this was a very quick and easy meal. So if you're looking for an idea of something semi-homemade, quick and easy that you can do, try this. This might be something that stays on the rotation for you and me. Keep watching because I'm going to give you a sneak peek at some of the ingredients going into the next quick and easy meal that we're going to have. So y'all join us next week for another quick and easy meals.